What is up, Skyline? Welcome to this week's weekly update for the week of May 11, 2016, brought to you by the Skyline View. As always, I'm your host, Miguel Garcia, and this week is a special edition because we are in magazine production. Expect to see that magazine next week. We're going to give you a quick rundown of what's going up on that magazine before you see it. And also, for the quick updates of this week, I don't know if you guys heard yet, but Steph Curry was named MVP of the 2015-2016 NBA season. And right now is actually Game 5 of the Warriors, so we don't have any results yet. But as soon as we get to the next week's weekly update, we'll give you the results of the NBA playoffs whatsoever. Sadly, we won't be able to hit the finals, but we will give you a quick rundown of what's going on in the NBA before we leave. That's it for your updates. Let's move on to the stories that are going up on the magazine with Katelyn.
Hey Skyline viewers, it's Katelyn Payne, your social media editor for the Skyline View, and I'll be filling in for Olivia Bowman this week. One of the first stories we're going to talk about in our magazine is a photo essay by our TSV photographer, Kevin Perez, with highlights of the women's basketball team this semester.
Another story we have going up is basically breakup advice, how to move on properly, how to feel better about yourself, and that's written by yours truly. Anyway, I give you basic relationship advice, but really most of it is about breakups, and even then, it's also a good article to read if you want to feel better about yourself. It doesn't have to be just after a breakup or anything like that. And yeah, just read up on it on the magazine.
Next up on our list of stories, we have a tattoo feature written by our staff writer, Abigail. She talks about the history of Asian tattoos, the tradition of it, and how it all started. One of our stories going up is brought to you Abigail Hagisan, and it's a feature story of the Auto Tech program here at Skyline College, which has been around for over 30 years. She highlights what they've given the students of Skyline and what it has been like since it was first introduced back in 1977. We have an article written by our TSV staff writer, Madison Tidwell, about gaming through the perspective of female players. And in addition to that, we have a story by Joshua Chan on gaming through the perspective of developers and how they are evolving.
One of the most recent trends, vinyl collecting, has been coming up lately. And if you collect vinyls or you know someone who does, we also made an article about that. Michelle writes it, our own EIC, and she goes around asking people why do they think it's coming up, why do they think that vinyl collecting is becoming a thing again, and you can find that article in the magazine.
Hey Skyline viewers, the next story we have in our magazine is about study abroad, and this article addresses how minorities are underrepresented in study abroad programs. This article was written by our news editor Laurel Lujan, and you can check it out in our upcoming magazine.
Lastly, going up in the magazine is a sports profile on Ariana Sheehy. If you guys don't know about her, she's missing her right hand, and even then she's actually playing for the women's basketball team of Skyline College. We have a profile on her brought to you by Joshua Chan. And that's it for your news going up on the magazine. Let's go back to the newsroom. That's it for the news this week. As always, I'm your host, Miguel Garcia. That was your weekly update for the magazine. Expect that magazine to come out next week. It'll be on the same stands as our newspapers. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Vine, and Facebook. And I'll see you again next week for the last update of this semester.